Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yolanda Melody. Yes, the fluffy top is making a comeback. I was feeling really fancy. So today is gonna be a tail off video from last week's video. I'm really feeling the vibes of exposing scammers right now. Forgot my rings. Only this time, I'm gonna be telling you how I nearly got scammed by a photography studio. This is gonna be another cautionary tale, guys. So I would recommend now that you go and get your tea and let's get on to the story. So, as usual, there is a friend involved. This time we're gonna call her Teresa. Just to give you a bit of a backstory, at the time that this happened, I was probably about 18. I had huge aspirations of getting into the modelling industry, and back then I could tell you now, I was quite naive. I had no idea of how the modelling industry worked. I definitely had not had any of the experience that I have now. So when I say I was nearly scammed, they really, I was so close to making such a huge mistake. My best friend Teresa at the time, she obviously knew about my ambition. She came to me one day and she was really excited, and she said to me, "I've won a free photo shoot." Regardless of the fact that I wanted to be a model at the time, I'm not the type of girl to be getting all jealous and stuff, or feeling like I need to compete with other women. I'm just not about that at all. I was really happy for my friend, like genuinely. But she said to me that in the competition it did actually say that you can bring a friend. So really, it was a win-win. She didn't want to do modelling or anything like that, but she just wanted to get some cute photos. And then for me, I thought, well, this is great practice. And same as the last video, we didn't really get a price list or anything. We didn't know what exactly was going to happen once the photo shoot had finished. We were just bamboozled by the excitement, really. So anyway, she rang them up. They booked a slot for about a week's time. So the whole week, me and my friend were so excited and we were picking out clothes. I literally had like a huge suitcase full of different clothes that I was going to wear. We had to travel about an hour to get to this place. So, you know, it was like a full day long thing. We finally arrived. It was this big, huge building in the city. Everything looked really fancy. They literally were equipped with just everything. Like, they looked like the bee's knees. And this place was very different to the studio I was talking about in the last video. This place had so many other girls that were doing photo shoots at this place, all at the same time. Again, similar to the last video, the vibe was very rushy. We both got called into the makeup studio, and picture like a hairdresser's. You know how hairdressers have like loads of chairs? It was kind of like that. Like, there was probably about 15 other girls in the makeup studio getting their makeup done. So me and my friend were at opposite ends of the room, so we couldn't see each other. And the funny thing is, we both came out and neither of us were happy with our makeup. Like, they'd done her eyebrows like a string and they'd done them so much darker than what she usually has. I wasn't really a fan of my makeup either. I am very specific about what I like and what I don't like. So anyway, we're both ready to get our photos taken. We go upstairs and there's literally so many different photography rooms, different sets, and there's other girls getting photo shoots literally in front of us. Like, every direction that you go in, there's loads of photographers taking pictures of the girls. It just feels like a huge organization. So obviously me and my friend wanted some photos taken of us together. In the end though, we only got like maybe 1 or 2 photos together. We were mostly separate for the whole thing. But somewhere along the line, I started to notice that even though my friend had won the photo shoot, they seemed to be more interested in accommodating my photo shoot. When you're at the bottom floor and you're getting your makeup done, you know, you make small talk and stuff. I had mentioned that I wanted to be a model. You know, whenever I meet people, I always tell people all of my greatest life ambitions and stuff. Obviously nowadays the last thing that I would ever want to be is a model, and if you watch my video about the modelling industry you will understand why. But anyway, we came to the conclusion that that's why they seem to be focusing so much on my photo shoot as opposed to hers. These people were well and truly gassing me up, like seriously. And yeah, okay, I understand. A good photographer will always try and get the most out of the model or whoever they're taking the photo of. You want to make them feel confident. You want to bring their best side out. And the way to do that is to just throw loads and loads of compliments and stuff. But what I noticed is that the whole time they were saying about how I could definitely make it in the modelling industry, that I'm just a natural and all of this. And looking back, guys, I really didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'd had little to no experience in front of the camera. So anyway, halfway into the shoot, my friend's starting to say to me that she's looked at the pictures on the camera and she's not really happy with anything that she's got and that they're just rushing through her shoot. And the weird thing was, I was having a completely different experience. Like I felt like they were really pandering to me, but they were treating her completely different. And this is now where we start to realise why. We'd got all of our photos taken. We went into a room to speak to the photographer and some lady, aka pushy saleswoman. We're gonna call her Karen. Why not? It really does appear that everyone who's working there is giving a heads up to the next person, if you get what I mean. Like, the photographer must have had some kind of a chat with Karen. Because when we got in there, Karen just seemed to be, again, focusing on me, saying that I should really pursue modelling and all of this. And I say to her, like, oh wow. I was like, yeah, I do want to get into the modelling industry. She was like, oh, well, hold on there. She walks out the room. She comes back and she's got this piece of paper in her hand. She carries on showing us the photos. Again, they kind of rushed through showing my friend her photos and then jumped straight onto mine. And at this point, I started to feel like there was something fishy going on. You know? They just kept saying how if a modelling agency saw these photos, like, they would snap me up straight away. And I really just wanted to believe what they were saying. Like I say, I was 18, I was naive, I didn't have that much life experience. And then the woman hands me this piece of paper. She came up to me, right? Because she was like, she leaned in and she was like, we don't do this for everyone, right? This piece of paper has got all of the modelling agencies, all of the big ones, and all of their contact details, their email addresses. You can't find this information on the internet. You can't just get hold of this. We have all the contacts, and we really strongly believe that you could do this. You could be huge. So I took the piece of paper and I was like, oh my God, that's great. And then she said to me, oh, but if you do contact them, you'll need a portfolio. Like, they need to see your potential. And these photos, they are just amazing. Like, this is an entire portfolio's worth. You wouldn't need any other photos. So, obviously, at this stage, I'm pretty invested. I've been emotionally manipulated. I've just had about half an hour of this woman telling me that I'm definitely going to make it in the modelling industry. So obviously at this point I'm thinking, well, how much are the photos? For a printed portfolio, you would be looking at £2,000 for a book with these photos printed in them. I was 18 at this point. I didn't have a lot of money. My friend at this point, she's not bamboozled by them. In fact, she's really pissed off. The entire day, she's just felt like they've disregarded her completely. But this pushy saleswoman would not stop. Again, same as the last video, she said to me, you don't have to pay it all at once. You can always pay in installments. You could pay £20 a month for the next 10 million years. I did not have that kind of money to be forking out, let me tell you now. And it was my saving grace that my friend was adamant. She said to the woman, can we just have some time to talk between us before we make a decision? So the woman went out the room, my friend chatted to me and she was like, Yolanda, don't do this. You can find another way. Just get that piece of paper with all the agency's contact numbers and just leave it at that. Do not fork out £2,000 for a portfolio of pictures where they're not even that good. Like, with what I know now, the photos were so average. My camera is on Amazon for less than £300, right? My equipment is not that expensive and it does the job. It would cost less to just buy the equipment yourself and learn photography than to pay for, like, what, 20 photos in a book. So anyway, I did feel a bit disheartened. I thought to myself, well, what was the point in this whole experience? I've just spent the whole day getting these photos taken, looking at them. I've sat in this room and gone through emotional turmoil about my dreams, and if I don't buy this portfolio, then I'm throwing my dreams away. And the woman even said to me as well that it's okay to invest £2,000 because I will make the money back, like, in no time. The moment that I get signed, £2,000 will be like pennies. So anyway, after my friend brought me to my senses, the woman comes back in, aka Karen, and I just said to her, listen, the photos are cute and everything, but I just don't have the money for that, and, you know, I'm gonna pass. And I said, but thank you so much for giving me this piece of paper with all the contacts and stuff, like, that really, really helps. And the woman firmly put her hand on that piece of paper and said to me, oh no, if you don't buy the portfolio, you can't have the list. The list comes with the portfolio. Right. Tell me that that's not emotional blackmail. In hindsight, I really should have just got my phone out and took a picture of it. But, you know, I'm not that deceptive. The vibe went from here to there. And they basically looked at me and my friend and thought, right, that's the end then. We're not getting any money out of them. Goodbye. Me and my friend travelled back home. I told my parents. They were so grateful that she brought me to my senses because I was so close to getting the finance deal for these photos. Oh my God. God. But I suppose we got something out of it because my friend had incurred some credit towards a photo. One free photo. And do you know how big that photo was? It was a tiny, tiny little postcard. My friend was absolutely fuming. Comment below if you are sick to death of scammers. Because I know I am. Yep. That is my story. I hope you guys had a laugh at my expense. If you enjoyed the video, as always, don't forget to drop it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Love you, bye.